Hello, dear friends. I hope you all are safe at your homes. Please follow all the instructions given by government regarding coronavirus. We want you healthy and safe. Today I'll be talking about chapter 2 of history, that is king, farmers and towns. I hope the description given by Mr. Manoj for chapter 1 was suitable enough and you were able to understand the concept of chapter 1. Dear students, the first book has 4 chapters. The first chapter deals with the Indus Valley civilization, and it has been named after the different evidences that have been found, like bricks, beads, and bones. The remaining 3 chapters they talk about a particular time period. The time period is from 600 BCE to 600 CE. I repeat, the time period is from 600 BCE to 600 CE. In that particular given point of time, the types of societies, the culture, the kingdoms, the kings, and the common people, how there were changes in different perspective of life, those changes and processes have been described in these 3 remaining chapters. Today, as I will be dealing with chapter number 2, and the name of chapter 2 is King, Farmers and Towns, and the time period, as I said earlier, 600 BCE to 600 CE. I hope you know about what is BCE and what is BCE and what is CE. These things are being discussed in class 11th also. When we'll resume the classes, the normal classes in school, again we'll be discussing about both the time periods. Now, dear friends, we need to know that something very, very important happened in this particular time period. And one important statement of your book says that the 6th century BCE is often regarded as a turning point in Indian history. This is the landmark statement, benchmark statement of this particular chapter, that is 6th century BCE. Please note it down, 6th century BCE. Now, why it is a turning point in Indian history? It means that something of that nature, of that caliber, happened during this particular period, which basically changed the course of the society. So, few important things that happened during this particular point of time was growing use of iron. Yes, iron. Number two, introduction of coinage system. Earlier, they may be barter system, and now it was a coinage system. Third, the most important thing that happened this particular time of period was the growth of different school of thoughts. Different school of thoughts. You must have heard about Buddhism. You must have heard about Jainism. These two schools of thoughts, these two great religions, they emerged during this particular period of time. And another important thing that happened during this particular period was the rise of Mahajanpadas. Focus on the name Mahajanpadas. Maha means big. Jana also stands for Gana. Gana means people. And Mahajanpada is means that particular type of system. Maha, it means that there were big kingdoms. There were 16 strong Mahajanpadas and they were different from Janas. So 16 Mahajanpadas, those 16 Mahajanpadas had different form of government also. But one important thing that was there, that they were strong kings. There were oligarchies also. There were different type of systems, but basically the kingdoms which flourished, the Mahajanpadas which flourished, they were being ruled by king. And out of those 16 Mahajanpadas, one Mahajanpada was, guess, guess, one hint. Have you heard about great Ashoka? Absolutely correct. Magad. Magad was one of the most strongest Mahajanpadas. The question again comes, out of there were so many Mahajanpadas, why only Magda was the most strongest Mahajanpada? So there has to be some reasons. There has to be some reasons because of what the Magda emerged as the most powerful Mahajanpadas. Number one reason we have just discussed earlier, iron. Iron was available in proximity of Magad. मगध के आसपास आयरन काफ़ी मिलता था. जब आप ज्योग्राफी पढ़ेंगे तो फ्रॉम वेयर दे विल गेट एन आइडिया कि हाउ मगधा एंड दोज रीजन्स ऑफ बिहार एंड झारखंड, parts of Chhattisgarh and Bengal, how they were rich in iron. Now, why iron? Because iron was being used for plow, yes, cultivation, farming. And number two, yes, the weapons were being used by the use of iron. The weapons जो बनते थे उसमें iron use होता था. So the availability of iron, that is one thing. Number two, see, there were no I can call it planes, buses, trucks at that particular point of time. So the communication and the transportation was very, very important, and that was being done either through land route or the river route. So river route, yes, the river Ganges was there. So one was for the communication and for transportation, and another important thing, the fertile soil. Yes, the soil nearby Ganga area, that was very, very fertile. When the soil is fertile, so the production is going to be wonderful. Now, three important things that were there in in Magadha. Number one was the use of iron, availability of iron. Number two, the Ganges. Number three, the fertile soil. And number four was availability of elephants. See, friends, at that particular point of time, elephants were very, very important part of army. So, because of all these reasons, Magadha emerged as the most powerful Maha Janpadas. Okay.